So let's start reading. Cellular organization. Cell is a basic structure and functional unit of all living organisms. Cell is the building block of all organisms. The control center of the cell is nucleus. Nucleus encloses DNA or gene, which determines the character of all living organisms. According to whether nucleus is present or not, organism can be classified into prokaryotics and eukaryotics. So in this paragraph, they are telling that cell is the basic structure and functional unit of a living organism, and cell is the building block of all living organism, and nucleus encloses DNA or gene, which determine the characteristics of the living organism. According to whether nucleus is present or not, living organism can be divided into two types: prokaryotics and eukaryotics. So there are two types of organisms, prokaryotics and eukaryotics. So these are the some parts of the cell. So I will make a separate video for this and telling all the function like mitochondria, Golgi vessels, Golgi apparatus, nucleus, nucleolus, lysosome, cytoplasm. So telling all these function in I will make another video. So let's read further. Prokaryotics and eukaryotics. The term prokaryotic is derived from combination of two Greek words. Pro means before and karyotic means nucleus. These are mostly single cell microscopic organisms. For example, bacteria. The genetic material of prokaryotic is not closed inside nucleus, rather it is packed in a region called nucleoid. So they are telling that prokaryotic word is derived from combination of two Greek words. The pro means which means before, and karyon, which means nucleus. So these are mostly single celled and microscopic organisms like bacteria, and the genetic material is not closed inside the cell membrane. The fluid flows all over the organisms, and some prokaryotic can survive in harsh environmental condition because for their genetic composition. For example, there are certain prokaryotic called thermophile which live in temperature range between 40 and 120 degrees centigrade. So they are telling some prokaryotics can live in harsh weather condition because of their genetic composition, and thermophile are the prokaryotics which live in the range between 40 and 120 degrees centigrade. They are found geothermally inside the earth. Heated water which come out as spring, which is called hot water spring. So these thermophiles are found geothermally, means inside the earth, in heated water which come out as spring. The term eukaryotic is derived from combination of two Greek words, which is eu means true and karyon means nucleus. These organisms are characterized by the presence of a well-defined nucleus. The genetic material of eukaryotic contained inside the nucleus, which is covered by a nuclear membrane. For example, fungi, human, cat, whale, mouse, flowering plants, etc. So in this paragraph, they are telling eukaryotic is derived from the combination of two Greek words, eu meaning true and karyon means nucleus. And these organisms have well-defined nucleus, and the genetic material is inside the nucleus, and the nucleus is covered by the nuclear membrane. Example for eukaryotics are fungi, human, cat, whales, and mostly all animals which we can see are generally eukaryotics. And here is a table for difference between prokaryotic and eukaryotic. I will read them. Parameter size, prokaryotic cell smaller, eukaryotic cell larger. So they are not telling about organism, they are telling about particularly the cell. So the cell size of prokaryotic is very small and eukaryotic cell is larger than prokaryotics. Cellular complexity, mostly unicellular. Eukaryotics are mostly multicellular. Nucleus, prokaryotic cell absent and eukaryotic cell present. So they are different because of their nucleus presence only. So the main thing on which these prokaryotics and eukaryotics are different because of their nucleus. Mitochondria absent, present. Ribosome 70s, smaller 70s, larger 70s. So ribosomes are smaller in prokaryotic cells and larger in eukaryotic cells. And Golgi apparatus is absent in prokaryotics and absent in prokaryotics and absent in I said wrong. Prokaryotics in Golgi apparatus is absent and eukaryotic cell Golgi apparatus is present. Now let's read further. Body organization. Some organisms consist of only one cell in their body and other organisms possess millions of cells. According to this, organism can be classified into two groups, unicellular and multicellular organism. So in this paragraph they are telling that some organisms contain only one cell in their body and other contain millions of cells. On basis of the numbers of cells, organism can be divided into two types, unicellular and multicellular organism. Unicellular organism, cellular complexity consists only one cell. So in unicellular organism, they consist of only one cell, and multicellular organism they consist more than one cell. Life period of unicellular organism is short and multicellular organism is longer than unicellular. Division of labor, single cells perform all the function. So in unicellular, single cell perform all the functions, and in multicellular, different cells are assigned to do different functions. Example of unicellular: amoeba, bacteria, yeast, etc. and multicellular: dog, plant, fish, etc. Mode of nutrition. Organisms can be also classified according to their mode of nutrition. How they obtain their food in two groups, autotroph and heterotroph. So they are telling in mode of nutrition. So there are two modes of nutrition, which is autotrophs and heterotrophs. So difference between autotroph and heterotroph. So we will read. Autotrophs, they produce their own food, and heterotrophs depend on the autotrophs as they cannot produce their own food. Example of autotrophs are plants, and example of heterotrophs are animals. So now let's read further. 5 kingdoms and their characteristics. The 5 kingdoms with their unique characteristics are listed below. Morera. It includes all kind of bacteria, unicellular in nature, prokaryotic, include both autotroph and heterotrophic bacteria. So there are 5 kingdoms and they have given their characteristics. You just have to learn them. So Monera, it includes all kind of bacteria. They are unicellular, prokaryotics, and they include both autotrophic and heterotrophic bacteria. So now Protista include organisms like amoeba, paramecium, etc. Unicellular, eukaryotic include autotrophic and heterotrophic organisms. So in Protista, they are unicellular, eukaryotics, and they can be both autotrophic and heterotrophic. An example for Protista is amoeba and paramecium. Let's see further. Fungi. It includes organisms such as yeast, mushroom, bread mold, etc. consist of multicellular and unicellular, eukaryotic in nature. They are heterotrophic in nature and are of different types such as saprophyte, feed on dead or decaying matter, and parasite, obtain food from the host organism. So fungi, it include organisms like yeast, mushroom, bread mold, and they can be unicellular or multicellular, and they are eukaryotic in nature, and they can be heterotrophic, and they can be saprophytic or parasitic. Saprophyte means which feed on the dead and decaying matter, and parasite parasite is a mode of nutrition in which they obtain their food from the host organism. Plantae. It includes all plants that can perform photosynthesis, multicellular, eukaryotic in nature, autotrophic mode of nutrition. So it includes all plants which can perform photosynthesis, multicellular, eukaryotics, and autotrophs. They are autotrophs because they can do photosynthesis. Animalia. It includes multicellular animals, eukaryotic in nature, heterotrophic. So all animals, they are multicellular, eukaryotics, and heterotrophs. So here is a table for the 5 kingdoms. Monera are prokaryotic, unicellular, autotrophic and heterotrophic, and example is bacteria. Protistia, eukaryotic, unicellular, autotrophic and heterotrophic, and example is amoeba. Fungi is eukaryotic, multicellular, unicellular, heterotrophic, and example is yeast. Plantae, eukaryotic, multicellular, autotrophic, and example is green plant. So you don't get confused what is plantae. Plantae means nothing, plants only. And animalia also, animalia means nothing but animals only. They have just given these names to confuse. Animalia is eukaryotic, multicellular, heterotrophic, and all animal including humans. So in this video I'll explain till here only. In the next video I'll read this question answer and explain this exercise